especially our line one risk managers, specifically Kofung, right, Puteng, Kevin, and Calvin. They are our lead partners here in terms of managing the risks for the bank. And I also want to thank our line two colleagues, Craig and his team, Tony, Desmond, Jamie, right? We worked very closely together, so I want to thank them for their support. And I think all the leaders here, as well as your staff, we need your support. And as we move forward to enforce the controls for the policy standards and guides, we look forward to your support to see whether we can automate them into the various systems. Okay. Now with that, I thank everyone, and I want to hand over to Lek Liu now to cover the tech risk culture part of this presentation. Thank you.
Right, thank you, Raymond, for sharing about tech risk governance. Instead, it's a teamwork to make this happen. So up next, we have Lek Liu to talk about tech risk culture, which requires everyone to play a part as well. Lek Liu, please.
Before I start the presentation, let's watch a video. Video, please.
Navigating tech risk culture hasn't always been smooth sailing. Different situations, different challenges happen. Always unexpected. When there are too many rules, it becomes harder to do the right thing. We equip our people with the right mindset, systems, tools, and automation, so navigating the right course becomes intuitive, and our tech risk culture state and positive risk behaviors remain as our compass. This is the power of tech risk culture, where doing the right thing by default is our North Star.
Okay, welcome back. Tech risk culture is a strategic priority, and we started our journey 2 years ago as part of the T-UP resiliency program. The video depicts our journey. The environment that we were in was manual and with red tapes, so it was very hard for us to maneuver and to do the right thing. Right, so tech risk culture is about behavior and risk mindset. So to change behavior, we change the environment. We equip our people with the right mindset, systems, tools, and automation. Right? And to change people's mindset, we bring them along together with us as part of the tech risk culture program that we have been running. Yeah. So now, with this, we are now able to navigate in fast-paced waters as well as in the increasingly complex environment. Okay, our tech risk culture statement and positive risk behaviors. It's our compass. It guides the way we work, how we conduct ourselves, and also how we make decisions on a day-to-day basis. Yeah? So it's very important to emphasize to all of you that we are a bank. We are not a tech company. You heard it just now, right? When Hai Fong talks about this as well. That we are a bank providing critical financial services, and we will not compromise resiliency and security to protect our customers and meet regulators' expectations. Resiliency and security. You hear these two words all the time. Eugene talks about it in RISE. You heard also Hai Fong talks about it. And in the various presentations by the Tech Expo members, you also heard it, right? So resiliency and security cannot be compromised. They cannot be negotiable as well. So when you're making decisions in your day-to-day work, it cannot be at the expense of speed. We are responsible technologies who uphold the highest compliance standards and will innovate with guardrails. You hear that too, right? The Sydney talks about it. Whenever we do something, we have security in mind, we have compliance in mind. Okay, so this is very important. And the 5 positive risk behaviors of responsible technologies that I'm showing here, all of you should be very familiar with this. Because it's in your KPI. Every individual tech has this in your KPI. So you need to know about this. So as leaders here, please demonstrate this, role model this, create a safe environment for our people to be also able to demonstrate these behaviors. Okay? Behavior is a function of the people and the environment. So, to change behavior, we change environment. And just now, again, there is a lot of discussion in the morning where we say we want to change the environment, we change the organization, right? It could be restructuring our workforce, you can talk about the transformation, the OMT, the system and tools. We hear about jump holes from Chun Boon, we talk about segregation of duty. So these are the various things we have been doing in our environment, right? But what about the people side, right? So on people, we anchor ourselves on the 5 key themes to address the 3 behaviors and the 9 drivers that has been pointed to us in the assessor report in 2024, right? So the 5 key themes are leadership and structure, ownership, incentive, workload, people change management, and communications. We have a total of 25 interventions that we have curated, designed, which are behavioral science-based, and we have rolled them out. Yeah, so we have been evolving not just in Singapore as well as in the region. For this year, what we intend to do is to rationalize some of these down and also then start to optimize the effectiveness. Because when we roll it out, right, we don't know how effective it's going to be. So this year, we're going to try to optimize it. Now, in 2025, which was last year, we are beginning to see some encouraging results in terms of behavior shifts, right? It shows in the indicators that we are monitoring. One is the risk and control culture, 95%, there's an uplift of 2%. For the psychological safety, there's an uplift of 1%, and then for workload, it's flat, right? So how do we get these results? How did we achieve this, right? We achieved this through a number of initiatives that we have been running, the interventions that I earlier talked about, and we focus on a couple of things, right? One is to increase the awareness. We have the Flag It First campaign, which will drive awareness on tech risk culture. The Flag It First campaign is effectively what you just have seen, the tech risk culture statement and the 5 behaviors, and we're driving this through to everyone to understand that they have to demonstrate this in your way of working, right? We also have done up and ramped up a lot of comms around this. Whenever there's a change in environment, a change in initiatives, like SOD, we start ramping up all the comms so that everyone knows what's happening, what's the change. At the same time, there was concern around workload. So what we have done is we have created a number of series of tech talks. I think it's done by Pinky on Tech for Tech talks to understand about automation, where we are heading, and that there's light in the tunnel. Okay, to uplift capabilities, we developed our tech leadership capability. I think we addressed some of the leadership concerns because as one of the drivers that we have addressed was on leadership empathy, right? So we have actually conducted a number of lead and T streams for the leadership. We are now considering to expand it further to the middle managers. This is being discussed, right? And we also start strengthening the understanding of our tech risk culture by a lot of the e-learnings as well as gamification. So one of it is the 7 March incident, right? When the 7 March incident hit, we had to reinforce the lessons learned, right? So we created an e-learning around this, and it's incident-based. At the same time, we are also experimenting with Sherlock, the TRC edition. Sherlock is incident-based learning, but it conducts it in an investigative style, whereby we run it in a facilitated environment. Okay? Enhancing psychological safety and recognition, we have the Tech Risk Culture Heroes, and then we have the Good Catch. I think you heard from Shushan, right? About the Good Catch, spot an issue, report it early so that we avoid having a major disruption. So this is a campaign that started from here, and actually the bank is also slowly trying to think about the same type of intervention for the rest of the bank. Okay, we also have created a couple of channels for you to speak up, to give your feedback. You have the In Convo with Eugene. At the same time, we also have Raccoon 8. We revived Raccoon 8. We find that Raccoon 8 provides a forum for people to speak up or to give their views in meetings if you think that things are not right or you have a view to give. So Raccoon 8, please also help us to practice this in your various meetings if possible. Right? Last but not least, embed accountability and ownership. We increase the awareness on the 2 red lines, and the 2 red lines are password sharing and unauthorized access to production. This has been done through EVMs, through quizzes, so it's very well, I think, received, and also people are more well aware of them, right? At the same time, because one of the behavior that we're also trying to address, right, was about consequence management, that it can sometimes be heavy-handed. So we have actually standardized our DA grid to make it more transparent, more fair, and therefore it will help in embedding accountability, right? The other thing is about SOD. I think SOD, we have also started defining the different roles and responsibilities, and of course recently there's a lot of changes on L1, and we'll continue to make the effort to provide more clarity around this change. Okay, so in 2026, what do we expect? For us, we'll continue the momentum to bring people along in this journey on tech risk culture and build capability. So we would like to continue to build leadership capability. Just now I talked about the LEAD program and also sprints. We will continue with this, and hopefully we can extend it to more people and to be able to benefit from this program. Bring people along. From the surveys that we have done, the feedback from the middle managers is that they are a sandwiched lot. They have challenges managing upwards, they also have challenges managing downwards. And from that feedback, what we're going to do is to design some interventions to help support this group of people to navigate the complexity and communications, as well as give them more clarity on some of the directions here and changes that's happening in tech. At the same time, we'll support them through the change journeys as well. Yeah. We have got many channels for you to give feedback to us on tech risk culture. So keep the feedback flowing, and I would also encourage you, and maybe it's also a call for action for all of you as leaders within technology, is to help us practice Raccoon 8, right, as a tool to help to create a psychologically safe environment for our people to speak up. Yeah. Okay. Tech risk culture is not a project. It doesn't have an end date. It's here to stay. It's the new normal, and it will be a continuous journey. So our North Star for our technologies is doing the right thing by default, even if no one is watching over you, yeah? Or there is no rules existing to guide you. But what you will be guided is the compass that I talk about. Then what is the compass? Remember, is the tech risk culture statement and the positive risk behaviors. So guided by this compass, right, we'll continue our journey to shape and strengthen tech risk culture together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Tech risk culture. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, up next we have